なんでですか？
なんでですか？
ケツの中に指突っ込んで奥歯ガタガタ言わしたろかこれ。
Hey everyone, so I wanted to share with you how I met one of my best friends in Japan. So we met on this app called Hellotalk, and it's a language exchange app. So when I moved to Japan, I was posting on this app in Japanese pretty regularly. And this guy Fumi kept liking and correcting my posts for me, so I decided to message him. And after that I realized, hey, we actually live pretty close. I mean, I lived in Chiba and he lived in Tokyo, but it was only one train ride away. It was about a 40-minute train ride. So I asked if he wanted to meet one day and practice, and he agreed. Now, I was already planning to meet up with a girl from this app that I've been talking to in Tokyo, so I asked him if he'd like to meet after me and her met. So I was having lunch with her, and then afterwards I could meet him at a different spot in Tokyo. And he agreed, like he wanted to meet after his work one day. So we decided to meet up at Tokyo Station. Now, I didn't know much about these stations in Japan. I mean, I'd only been there for about a month at this point, but I did know one thing, and that was that Tokyo Station was very popular and very busy. On top of that, I'm heading over there at night, so the train ride was pretty crowded, and I was just so focused on getting off at the right station. When I arrived, the station was absolutely beautiful. The area is really nice, the Tokyo Station area, especially at night. And this red building here is actually the station building. It's so weird seeing clips of this area and remembering that there was a time that I did not know this area because it all seems so familiar to me now. But at the time I was just wandering around like, okay, there's so many doors, where do I meet this man? So going into the station and trying to find the right exit that I'm supposed to meet him at. I couldn't read any Japanese at the time, so that made it a little bit more difficult. But he did tell me it was Yaesu Station, and he even told me that if I'm lost I can ask someone in Japanese this sentence. Yaesu Minamiguchi wa dochira desu ka? Which means, which way is the Yaesu South exit? So I arrived, I was asking people this question, they were trying to direct me, but I was still so lost. So Fumi finishes work and arrives, and poor guy ends up waiting, I think 40 minutes for me, because I just cannot find where to go. So I ended up sending him pictures of where I was, and he actually came and found me. We decided to skip the cafe and just grab some drinks from 7-Eleven and head out on the town. We were just so excited to start talking to each other, even though we couldn't speak each other's language. But we have similar personalities, so that really helped. We're just such easygoing people. We had so much fun just walking around town, pointing at things, and saying the words in each other's language. Okay. What is this? 横断歩道 交差点 crossroad
歩道橋
bridge 歩道橋 and
横断歩道
道 road
道路
道路道路交差点これは何だろうこれ for そうSo we continued walking around town, and I have to say Tokyo at night makes a beautiful backdrop, and we were just having so much fun. So of course there has to be a hitch in the day, right? And of course there was. It started raining pretty heavily after that, And we were both really, really sad. He was like, no, I don't want you to go home. We're having so much fun talking. So he decided that instead of me taking the subway home, he would drive me home, which is like an hour drive. But he figured that way we'd have more time to talk and get to know each other. So we quickly started looking for a rental car and he drove me home. We had so much fun just talking again about the most random stuff. So say,
私には信号が緑に見えます。でもなんで日本人は信号を青っていうの？不思議ですね。
不思議ですね。なんでやねん。
なんでやねん。
Wait, no, that's Osaka. Osaka Hogan.
何さらしてんねん。何してんねん。なんでやねん。なんでやねん。
That I need to learn. なんでやねん。
なんでやねん。
And?
何さらしてんねん。
何さらして
何さらして
ねん。
何さらしてんねん。
何
さらしてんねん。何さらしてんねん。
何さらしてんねん。
何してくれてんねん。
Too hard. Osaka Hogan. Osaka Hogan.
雨が降っている。
まだ
まだ雨が降っている。窓が曇っている。
曇って foggy
Foggy up. Grass is foggy up.
is fogging up.
Foggy.
The window is foggy.
Window is foggy up. The window is foggy up. Foggy up.
Fogging.
Fogging up. Foggy up. Foggy up. Foggy up. The window is foggy up.
And then これは
カーナビ。右ハンドル。
右ハンドル。
左ハンドル。
左ハンドル。カーナビ。There we go. New words. Hey,
なんていうの？
my teacher.
そう、先生です。
先生です。
私の先生です。私の先生。
私の先生です。
My teacher.
My teacher. And my driver.
じゃあママに、なんで日本人は信号を青って言うの？
青って言うの？
ママに。なんでですか？
なんでですか？ママ
聞いてよ。
Oh yes, so they call the light, the signal, the green light they call blue. Ow.
不思議ですね。
How? 不思議。Mystery.
不思議ですね。
不思議ですね。But it is really green. Really.
本当は
本当に
本当は緑。
いや本当に just like Canada. 本当に緑。
私も緑に見えます。日本人だけど。でもみんな青っていう。
You heard it from Japanese person. But when you come to Japan, it is Shingo.
お、
Shingo.
青っていう。
So I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to Fumi because he will be appearing in a lot of my future videos. After that first day, we became really good friends and I would hang out with him almost every weekend. I'd sleep over at him and his wife's house and we'd go on road trips, small adventures throughout Tokyo, and just having fun going to events and going to different restaurants. We had a lot of amazing times together and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. I'm also looking forward to making a small video about just some tips on how to use apps like Hellotalk or other language exchange apps to meet genuinely good people and make long-lasting friendships, because I know it can be difficult and I feel really lucky that the friends that I have made from that app have been lifelong friends. We keep in touch even now. So I'd like to share that in the future. But I think I'll end this video here. I'm really glad that you were able to make it this far and that you enjoyed the video. So I'll leave you with a clip of Fumi singing his first English song, which is so fittingly titled, I Have Never Eaten Poop. Enjoy. See you guys.
I have never eaten poop.